Hey y'all, welcome back to Pancakes and Pandemonium. So I'm going to try a new kind of vlog video. I'm going to do a weekend prep video. It is back to school and there's a million things to do. Things that I keep saying I'm going to do that I haven't done yet. And I'm really behind because I dislocated a rib a few days ago and it has just taken its own sweet time to get better. I'm still kind of sore. So, but that's real life, right? Us moms, like, we know the concept, like, we know we're supposed to rest and we know we're supposed to rest our bodies. And we know that, like, oh, like if it hurts or something happens, we have to take care of ourselves. But we still have to get things done, like, right? We still have kids. We still have, you know, all this stuff to do. So you reach a point where you're like, I've rested and we just got to power through now. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to bring you guys along for this real life weekend prep where I'm sort of like functioning, sort of not. And we're going to see how we do. How does that sound? Bringing real life to you guys always. Before we start our day, like this video and subscribe. Okay, let's get started. Actually Friday night, and in Utah this time of year it doesn't get dark until almost 10, something like 8:50 to 9:30. Like we're after the summer solstice, so it starts getting earlier. Does that make sense? But it's like 8 o'clock in the evening. But we've got some things to check on, and then I'm on medication, so I'll go to bed and then we'll start our day tomorrow. How does that sound? We have this great sunflower right in front of the rocks in our walkway. It bloomed last year too, and it's back this year, and it's just this really great ray of sunshine in our yard. I love it. It hasn't got its flower yet, but Em planted that with her class at the end of the year, and then we transplanted it, and our landlords told us pick anywhere in the yard, and she wanted it right there, so that should be getting its flower hopefully in a couple of weeks. Gracie has been tending the garden, and you know, we've had some successes, some not, but it's hanging in there. Look, we've got some tomatoes starting in there. And then our watermelon and cantaloupe, they're coming along. It's about time to start draping the vines over and watching. That's pumpkin. These are watermelon, and back there is cantaloupe. I don't know what that is with the white flowers, but yeah, it's something fun. It's all a surprise at this point. Look, I think we have a zucchini. What? It's still pretty hard. I think it might be a squash because it doesn't feel ripe and ready to pick. Oh, but that's so cool. So we've got some squashes starting. Oh, look, we've got a radish. He's a baby, but we've got a radish, guys. Gracie is checking our landlord's gardens. They're out of town for a couple of days, and we've got tomatoes. Alex looks thrilled. Every morning we have to pop out and run a couple errands, and that means Starbucks. That means Starbucks first. It's morning, guys. I've been wanting to try the chocolate cream cold brew, and it is so freaking good. But I've been waiting till I had a free coffee to try it, because I don't know, that makes more sense to me. That's just, ran into one of my girlfriends while we were here, so that was fun. Hopefully while she's in town we can get together for dinner. She's gonna call me. I gotta say, people have some strong opinions about Starbucks, and this is my 2 cents on Starbucks. Yes, they're big, they're corporate, blah blah blah. Every city and town I have lived in that has had a Starbucks, they have gotten to know me. They know my order. They know when I'm ordering stuff for my kids. They, you know, so if something goes wrong, which is pretty rare, they fix it, no questions asked. So I was sitting here waiting. Lance runs in, especially with the rib situation, and he hates the drive-thru at this Starbucks. So he runs in by his request. It wasn't getting made. So I checked and it had rerouted to American Fork, which is about 25 minutes away, right? Yeah. What? So I go in and I'm like, I don't understand what happened. They were like, no, we know that was a mistake. Tell us what you ordered, sweetie. And, you know, I showed him the receipt because this isn't my normal order. And they were like, look at you, changing it up. Yep, we got you. And they just remade my drink on the spot. So, I'm a Starbucks girl. And that is one of the reasons why. Because they really do take care of their customers, in my experience. Just after some breakfast and some lunch items. I did post a couple of fun stories. By the time you see this, they probably will have gone away because that's how stories work. So make sure you're following me on Instagram to kind of see our silly and day-to-day stuff. But yeah, we're gonna go get groceries put away. I'll show you what I got when I get home. And then, you know, we gotta check the chores we gave the kids before we left and then move on to the next part of the day. Lance and the boys have to put some stuff in storage. We have to arrange and clean up the storage room, get it ready for its next phase, and then it's Saturday, y'all. We really just wanted to grab some like breakfast and lunch type stuff. We are always good on dinner. It is the in-between stuff that we're like, ugh, and nobody's really wanted to cook. And with my rib, I haven't been able to like stand at the stove and make a couple meals a day, which is what normally happens. And the kids are great. The kids are helpful, but like, you know, you only want to make breakfast for everybody so many times a week, especially when you're a kid and it's not your job. So I wanted to get some stuff they could grab easily. And here's some of just kind of our Walmart staples. First of all, that was on the oatmeal aisle, so had to grab that. Yes, I'm that person. Also, you can keep pumpkin like in your fridge and stir it in with some coconut oil and the spices that are already in there. It's really yummy. And then the kids have really been enjoying that. And then Lance really likes anything maple or cinnamon roll for oatmeal, so do the kids. Another thing I do when I buy instant oatmeal, I keep flaxseed and hemp seeds in jars, and the kids pull them out and they add like a couple teaspoons to their oatmeal. And you know, so it gets a little more protein, a little more nutrients in it. But yeah, oatmeal. I do make oatmeal from scratch as well, but instant oatmeal, it's a staple here. All my kids like bagels, but Gracie especially, and she starts school this week and the kids start a week later. So I'm sure the others will have bagels, but I grabbed some bagels with her in mind. They didn't have any, they didn't have any Walmart brand fun bagels. So I got plain, and then I did find the double cheese. So we just picked up some ham and some oven roasted turkey, easy sandwiches. We already have bread in the pantry, So this is one of the cereals my whole family really likes, and they only had 2 boxes left. So we grabbed 2 boxes, and then they just recently tried this and everybody liked it. This is one of those, I don't know. Maybe it has too much sugar in it. I didn't really look, but it's fine. And so everybody really likes it. We grabbed it. It's fine for now. My kids, especially Mason and Em, really love Made Good bars, and they've got a couple of new varieties. So I grabbed this for them to try this week, and if they really like them, I'll stock up later. This looked delicious and was on the clearance rack, and I really love toast and jam. I'm not a big breakfast eater, but sometimes I need something in the morning with my coffee. So yeah, I grabbed that to have around for me. So my neighbor, or my landlord, Karen, had a big bag of these upstairs when her grandkids were visiting and was just letting all the kids have them and have them as they wanted them. And they were going nuts. And I have not bought oranges in a hot minute because they had kind of quit eating them. So since they were enjoying them so much, I got another bag of cuties. I grabbed a couple bunches of bananas. In my household, everybody really is loving Cosmic Crisp right now. And then everybody loves Granny Smiths. So I got 2 bags of apples. I thought these might make, you know, a great treat or a great breakfast or whatever. So I grabbed a pizza crust and a puff pastry. I'm not familiar with this brand, so I just grabbed one of each to try. Okay, and then I grabbed some crescent rolls. I thought we could make some breakfast pigs in a blanket or something one morning. I grabbed a couple of these just for some quick and easy lunches. Like, I've got some work to do on the computer while Lance and the boys haul stuff out of the storage room. So I'll probably eat one of these for lunch. I've been making a lot of pasta dishes, which I don't really eat, but because the crust on this gets really crispy, I can eat those. So I'll make something like this. I'll either make one of these or a salad on those type of nights, stuff like that. So I just grabbed a couple pizzas. Of course, you can't have breakfast without milk, at least not in my house. So I grabbed a gallon of milk. Okay, time to get this put away and keep rolling. This was the other side of my table. They apparently got out a project while I was gone, and I don't know what that is. It's glitter, it's sand, it's something. We've officially been distracted.
Yes. Fire!
They've been drawing on themselves with pens and markers and all the things, so I got them tattoo markers.
They're stencils.
Okay, it's Sunday, and we are off to a really slow start. I did not sleep well. I had trouble with my back quite a few times and was up and down, so I am on medication for it. But so Alex and Gracie and Ryan didn't want to go to church today, so they're helping fold clothes and get some stuff done. Lance took the littles. We're just gonna play it by ear and see how this day goes. I know, this was supposed to be like a busy weekend. Life, right? Cute boys working on folding some laundry. Garden is definitely coming along. We've got a zucchini in there starting, lots of flowers. Now, some things just did not make it. I planted too late, but it's just lesson learned. Gracie is watering. I think we really need to pick up the watering, probably water 3 times a day. We'll come out and everything will be dry, and that's doing it twice a day. That's one little radish that survived. We have a little baby one I picked a couple days ago. And then we've got tomatoes. I had some cages, and I think the dirt was too shallow. They weren't like staying up, which is fine. It's all a learning process, and we'll get it. But look, we're starting to get little green bulbs, which means we're gonna have actual tomatoes soon. So these are a mix of Roma and San Marzano tomatoes. I think I've got some cherry tomatoes sprinkled in there too, which is exciting. And then we've got watermelon, cantaloupe, and pumpkins, which is fun. And probably a few other stray ones in the middle. I don't remember what they are, but I know I planted some eggplant and some bell pepper. So yeah, we'll just see what happens and how it turns out. She is used to being walked by Mason, Gracie, or the boys, and she doesn't like being outside on my schedule. She wants to take her time. There's another tomato plant. I think next year I'll just turn this into a really great flower planter though. I love it. These didn't do so hot, so, you know, we'll just try again next year. It's fine. This is our landlord's garden. It's really amazing. We check it when they're out of town. They have a cabin and a second house in St. George, Utah, and she's barking at people walking home from church. Our landlord's garden, we help tend it when they're out of town and stuff. And it's just amazing. They have it set up around their yard because their front area has sprinklers, and they're just older, it's easier on them. Looks like they have a squash starting down there, which is awesome. It's not quite ready yet though. I can't bend over and move the leaves around, but this is mostly squash through here. Looks like they've got a zucchini starting down there. These are chives and mint. We definitely need to come out and harvest some. Bell peppers that are gonna be ready soon. I think they might be ready when they're home though, but we'll still keep an eye on them. There are, can you see down there? Definitely some tomatoes to pick today. Yep, we definitely have tomatoes. Craft bins. Our little tables to storage. We might get them out at Christmas time because they might go here for Christmas trees, but we don't know yet. We just have to kind of wait and see what gets decided. But for now, we're making room for back to school, fall decor, all that kind of fun stuff. So we tried to just spend $40 in parts to fix our vacuum. Apparently it's still not working, so here pretty soon I'm gonna need a new vacuum. But we don't have, like, almost everything's hard floor. So you guys comment down below if you have recommendations for a good, just easy vacuum that won't be in the way and all the things. I need some work. I am brainstorming. The water bar didn't work out like I thought because I was gonna move it over there and the pumps were too tall. And so I don't know if I'm gonna have to make a shelf or what, but I gotta spend some time looking for that here in a few weeks because I want this really set up and I want it very accessible for fall coffee season especially. Be as good as it's gonna get today. My back is hurting again. I think I'm gonna end up seeing a chiropractor this week, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, Lance and the kids are hot. They're running out of steam. So, you know, sometimes it's life, right? It's like sometimes we have a lot to get done, and sometimes, you know, we can do what we can do, and we just have to look at our circumstances and look at everything going on around us and be like, I did my best for the circumstances, and there's always another day. So, you know what? If you're in the same boat, if you have a weekend or a cleaning day like this where you have a ton you want to get done and you get sick, kids get sick, you know, a million things pop up in between and you're not able to get it done, I want you to know that's perfectly normal. It happens to all of us, and you can't always look on YouTube and look at these videos and be like, gosh, she gets everything done. Because it's just a snapshot and it's just a moment. And I hope this gives you a real life snapshot and moment that probably reflects many more of our lives. So thanks for hanging out with me. Do me a favor before you go, like this video and subscribe. Come back. You just never know what's gonna happen around here. It's always a surprise. I'll see you soon. Bye.